some rice and peas. Some nice rice and peas. I soaked my peas from last night. I wash my peas and I soak it in cold water with some garlic. And then I put it on the stove so it can cook. So when you wash your peas and soak your peas from overnight, it cooks faster and easier. Yeah? So that's just a tip. And then that's how you get all of that red water beforehand as well. Because that water soaks up that peas and give you that nice color. Do remember to give the live a thumbs up. And for the people that's going to be watching on repeat, if it's the first time you're coming across my channel, my name is Good Vibes K. Welcome to my channel. And if you like what you see, why not subscribe? Hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And my returning subscribers, I appreciate you. Love, love, and love alone. Welcome. Enjoy the video today. Okay, let's go to the channel. You can talk, you know. Let's go to the channel and what is that? Are you gonna watch? The sand. Oh, they spill. The chia seed spill. Sorry, bro. Who's that? Love our toy Pops 4. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up. Happy Sunday. Thank you for the thumbs up. I've got chia seed. Did you see that? I've got chia seeds. Chia seeds is here. And I've got chia seed in this thing as well. Happy Sunday. Let me go to the live and drop me a comment. Welcome to our channel. Please hit the like button by tapping the screen. Thanks much. Happy Sunday. In that comment. So my peas is cooking. Let's get one and give it a little bit of the test. Oh, my peas has cooked. You see that, guys? So the longer you soak your peas, the easier your peas is to be cooked. So now that my peas have been cooked, I'm gonna go ahead and add my coconut milk to that. So let's add the coconut milk and our seasoning. So we're going to basically season the pot. Yeah? And then we're going to go ahead and season the pot and get the rice and add some rice. You go see like you're going to in the corner like you can. This one, the plastic bag, bring that down. So I'm just asking my son to grab me the rice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add my coconut milk. Today we're using canned coconut milk. We don't have any fresh coconut, so we're using canned coconut milk. And that's all right. You can use whatever you have. If you're a good cook, you can use canned coconut milk and your rice and peas will still turn out lovely. So we're just adding the coconut milk like so. Don't forget to thumbs up the live, please and thanks. That would be greatly appreciated. about 4. So I'm just getting the rice, putting the rice into the container to wash. No, I don't have. Yeah. So that's my rice. I got my rice here. And I'm going to wash my rice. And yes, guys, wash your rice. Remember that your rice is starchy. And also, rice is grown in a very unclean environment and condition. So you need to wash your rice. And to get out that starchiness as well. So you wash your rice until the water run clears. Or until it's not that cloudy. So I'm going to give my rice a wash. And get it ready for the pot. And while, oh, I think you're gonna have to go shop, you know. Son, you're gonna have to talk to the connect shop. They're most likely probably in the back of the shop. Just ask them. Hello, who's that? Where's my glasses? Where did I put my glasses? Oh, in my hand. 1 second, give me a second. My hands are full. Let me put the stuff down that I've got so I can see who that is. Krishna! Hey Krishna! Happy Sunday, Krishna. Thank you for the thumbs up. Happy Sunday, Krishna. Blessed girl, Cherise. Hey, blessed girl. How you doing? Happy Sunday. So I'm cooking some rice and peas. I've already put in my coconut milk. So I'm just waiting. My son's going to have to pop to the corner shop so I can get some. Thank you for the thumbs up, BGS. Yeah. Sorry guys, I just went to the fridge to go grab some more ingredients. Grab some green seasoning. That's my green seasoning that I make. Cooking. Here toss talking. It is taking it easy. Oh, taking it easy. Mourning the loss. The loss of your dad. Oh no. Oh, sorry to hear that. My condolences to you and your family. Sorry to hear that, hon. My condolences to you and your family, girl. Oh, wow. I'm going to work. Oh, you're going to work. Oh, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. My condolences. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that. We've got our scotchy, so we're going to drop that in the pot. And then we're going to get one for the curry goat. Or piece of it for the curry goat. And piece of it. Sorry, typing fast. It's okay, sis. No worries. No worries. No need to apologize. You know, with the phones anyway, you always have typo. There's always typo when you're typing. So I'm going to add some of my green seasoning to my rice. I'll add a little bit more. I'm seasoning my pot. So yeah, I'm just adding in some green seasoning. And my son's popped to the shop to go get me some spring onion. He's going to get spring onion, tomato, and thyme. I'm going to add some butter as well. A little bit more. If you don't add butter, that's alright, but I add butter to mine. So add some butter to that. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some salt as well for taste. Add some salt. Give that a mix. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of Jamaican seasoning. Just a little bit of that. Just to spice up the pot and make your rice and peas nice. So that's why I said you can cook rice and peas. If you don't have the fresh coconut, you can still use the tin coconut or the powdered, and your pot can still taste nice and authentic. It's all about the season and how you season your rice. So let's give that a good mix, and then we'll give that a little bit of a taste test to see how it is. So remember, you taste in the palm of your hands, which is why you need to have clean hands when you're cooking. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a little bit of onion powder, if it would come out. You know, sometimes you use the seasoning and you use it over the pot that's boiling, and it fuses the seasoning together. So that's what's happening here. So a little bit of onion powder and garlic powder. This one is also fused as well. Just give it a bit of a knock. There we go. And then that's it. And just give that a good mix. I'm just waiting for my son to come back with the scallion and the thyme so I can add some into the pot. Let's add a little bit of black pepper as well. Yeah, so the only thing missing now is the spring onion, aka scallion, and the thyme. So let's cover this back and wait for my son to come. I'm also gonna do some cabbage for my veg today. I'm not gonna do fresh veg. I'm gonna do steamed veg. So I'm gonna do a little bit of steamed veg as well with this food today. And then in the meantime, between time, I'm gonna move this pot to the back of the stove, and I'm gonna put my wok here so I can start doing my curry goat. So let's turn on this side of the stove, and we're gonna transfer the pot. Let's turn down that stove there. 1 second, I can't take that. And let's transfer our pot over here. My scallion is here, my nice fresh bundle of scallion. Thank you, son. And my thyme is here. Nice fresh green thyme. Hey, you grow. Happy Sunday, you grow. Thank you. And I've got some tomato, some nice fresh tomato. Happy Sunday, you grow. Thank you for coming to my live. What y'all cooking? Today I am cooking. Let me show you. In that pot, that's my peas, my red peas. I'm cooking some rice and peas in that pot. And at the minute, I am going to put on my wok right here. I'm going to be making some curry goat, some Jamaican curry goat, Jamaica style. So I'm going to be making that, and then I'm going to burn my curry powder in my oil. Then I'm going to, thank you BGS, I'm going to burn the curry in the oil, and then I'm going to pour my goat pieces in, give it a good stir, get all the meat coated in that curry juice, curry flavor, and then I am going to go ahead and transfer it to my pressure cooker pot because I don't want to do a long cooking today. So that's what I'm going to do. But to get your curry to be the same authentic way, the same authentic flavor, I'm going to burn the curry on the stove the same way, and then I add it to the pressure cooker pot. So I'm going to quickly prep this scallion. So we're moving quick and fast. We're moving quick and fast. So it's not a long cooking. Which is why I started cooking the rice. So I just want to cook the rice and get it out of the way. So that's what I'm doing. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, sis. It's you that always keep fiddling with that, you know. It's going to go cold. Sorry. Yesterday I had to reset it because it was thing. Sorry, I need to sing. Just put it here. Leave it here. Yesterday I had to reset it for so long, and then it finally came back on. You can't touch that. You have to leave that exactly how it is. That's what the guy told me when he came to fix it that time. To just leave it where it is and just shrink. The only thing he said I can just reset it, so I did it yesterday. This I had to reignite as well because it didn't have any flames or nothing. The water been hot since yesterday all time, so why is it cold now? Because he said once the shower one is turned on, it should trigger it anyway to come hot. So I'm just prepping my thing and I'm doing live because I was talking to my son. So I'm putting in my scallion in the pot. And then I'm going to wash some thyme and I'm going to put some thyme as well. Leaving now. Okay, sis. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. No worries. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm just going to grab a handful of thyme like this and I'm going to wash it. Okay, so I've just washed my thyme and I've added that inside of the pot. We're going to give the pot another taste just to see what's going on, how it's tasting, if it's ready for my rice. And then we're going to go ahead and add our rice in. So that's the rice pot over there. So let's give it another taste. Yep, that's all right. That's tasting all right. Cover my pot and let that boil, and then in the meantime I'm going to grab some oil for my pan. So let's put some oil in. Okay, that's enough. Just going to make that heat up and then we're going to go ahead and put in our curry goat pieces. Nate, hey Nate. Happy Sunday. Who is that? Dijam. Hey Dijamel. Dijamel. Beyonce. Dijamel Beyonce. Happy Sunday to you, Dijamel Beyonce. Hey Nate. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, daughter. Happy Sunday. So I'm cooking some Jamaican food, some rice and peas, some rice and peas, some curry goat. That's what I'm cooking today. And for myself, I am doing a fish because I don't eat curry goat. So I'm doing a fish. You can come on over, Nate. Come on over. Come on over, my darling. You sure can have some. So that's what we're doing here right now. Prepping and getting everything ready. So I've got too many stuff here in my way, so let's get these stuff out of the way. And let's get our meat closer. So this is my meat. This has been seasoned. This one has been seasoned from Jesus Was a Boy. This curry goat has been seasoned from Jesus Was a Boy. And this fish has just got some green seasoning and stuff on it. So that's my meat. It's been seasoned from Jesus was a boy. Hey to Charles. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Happy Sunday to Charles. So today I'm doing some rice and peas, some curry goat, and some fish. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding in my goat pieces. See that? Bam! They've been seasoned from Jesus was walking the earth. Oh, no, no, no. I got distracted. I got distracted. I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it wrong. I got distracted. That's not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do instead, it's Nate's fault. Nate, why did you distract me, Nate? Okay, I'm going to turn on my extractor fan. It's going to be a little bit loud. It's Nate, you know. Nate distract me. Don't laugh. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to burn my curry. I'm going to put some curry powder. I'm also going to go ahead and put some turmeric in that curry. And then I'm going to go ahead and give that a good burn. I'm going to turn up my extractor fan. So sorry about the noise, but I need that on for a little. So that's the curry being burned. And then you don't want your curry to burn too much. It's your fault, Nate. It's your fault. So alright, so now you're going to go ahead and add in all of the curry pieces. So you add in all of your meat to suck up and take up all of that flavor and everything from that pot, yeah? So now you're going to get all of that flavor. Okay, let me turn down my extractor fan. I don't need that to be as loud anymore. So that's my meat. See how pretty that is looking? It's nicely coated. Nice, nice, nice. Nice and pretty. And it's absorbed all of that. So now that I've got that, I'm going to go ahead and add in a little bit of water. Praying Moon Scoop. Hey, Praying Moon Scoop. Happy Sunday. Looks delicious, says Praying Mom Scoop. Thank you, Praying Mom Scoop. I appreciate you. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. So that's some curry goat. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and add some water. Add some water to that. Let's add some more water. Go ahead and add some water. And then when we get that water in, we're going to mix everything in. And we're going to transfer this, like I said, we're going to transfer this to my pressure cooker. Because I don't want to be here waiting for this goat to cook all day. So I'm going to pour this in my pressure cooker. And I'm going to pressure this for a few minutes. And then I'm going to come back and finish cooking it on the stove. So my pressure cooker is my air fryer. I don't know if you can see there. So it's my air fryer. It comes with a pot inside of it. And I'm just going to pour it in and put it in the air fryer. So I've got a pressure cooker on my air fryer. So let's put this on the stove. And let's make sure we get everything. Let's turn on the stove. And then we're going to go ahead and pour. Praying Mom Scoop is saying, looks delicious. Thank you. Need a lawyer now. Yes, you need a lawyer, Nate. So we're just pouring out everything into the pressure pot. And we're going to put this to cook or to pressure. Yep, so we're going to put this in pressure and it's not going to take very long, I think. Let's turn it on. And then pressure is here. So pressure is on. We've turned that on. So in the meantime, thank you to Charles. In the meantime, I'm going to wash this out so I can do my fish. Actually, no. Before I wash this out, I'm going to wash my rice. I'm just washing my rice, guys. I'm just over by the sink, just washing my rice. That's what I am doing. Okay, so I've finished washing my rice. So I'm gonna put my rice in the pot. Let's get the rice in the pot. My pressure cooker is going. And I love the pressure cooker that's on the air fryer. It's really, really nice. It's safe and it's easy to use. And it's really quick as well. You just grab a spoon so I can stir my rice. Let me move the camera so you can see what I'm doing. So that's my rice and peas there. That's what I'm doing. Let's turn that off so you can also hear me. So I'm just adding my rice to the pot, guys. And see how that is looking? Nice and rich. And I didn't add any browning to it. I didn't add anything to it. All I did was wash my peas with cold water from overnight. And then I put my peas to soak from overnight. So my peas been soaking from yesterday. And then it will give you all of that red looking color. Yeah. And it makes the peas nice and easy to cook as well. You don't even have to pressure your peas once you soak it from overnight. So that's what's happening over there. Let me put you back here. And now I'm going to go and wash this out. So let's give this a wash. And also in the meantime, if you know me, you know I don't do the stove when the stuff is boiled over and the stove has messed up. You know I don't do that. I like wiping it off, because when you leave it for too long, by the time you finish cooking, it would have gone like dried on. So it goes really hard, and then it's harder for you to clean. So I like wiping it as I go along. Yeah? So that's what I am doing. So I'm gonna put this pot here for a little and use this stove just to get it back to the boil, to boil it up, and then I will transfer it back to the back burner. So I'm just wiping. I'm wiping down the splashback as well, because you know when you're cooking, the food splashes. When you're cooking, the food splashes, so you have to just clean as you go along. Yeah? So that's what I'm doing. Just cleaning as I go along. Make life easier. It makes life a whole lot easier. Okay, so now that my stove is nice and clean, I can carry on doing what I'm doing. I'm making sure there's any little splatter that I wipe it. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. The Charles is saying cleaning as you go along makes the job easier. Exactly. Makes the job so much easier. By the time you're done cooking, all you have to do is just share the food and sit down and enjoy. And then decide who is washing up. And then decide who is going to wash up after. But yeah, really, really, really good. So whilst that is boiling up, coming back to the boil, I'm going to wash out my wok to get ready to do my fish. I'm doing one fish, and that fish is for me. I don't eat curry goat. I'm just washing this wok out. Okay, we've got the wok nice and clean. And my pot is boiling as well. So now that my pot is boiling, I am going to go ahead and transfer it back to the back stove, so I can carry on doing my fish. So as soon as the water dries down, I'm going to go ahead and put a little piece of foil over the top of the pot. The foil won't be touching the rice. It will just be at the top of the pot, and that's just to create steam. So that will create steam in order for the rice to steam evenly. Okay? So let's go ahead and move our pot to the back of the stove. Here we go. My pressure cooker is going and the kitchen is smelling like goat. Thank you to Charles. Thank you, Krishna. The kitchen is smelling like the goat. So we're gonna put the wok on. Let's turn up the stove. And I'm gonna fry my fish and then I'm gonna cook it down. So I'm just doing one fish and that's for me. Okay, in the meantime, I'm prepping my seasoning and stuff that I'm gonna be using to cook down my food. I'm also putting stuff away, so I'm gonna pop to the fridge to go put away the spring onion and the thyme. Okay, I was just closing the door because we don't want the food smell to go all over the house. So let's put some oil in. I'm a Jamaican. Of course, I'm going to reuse my oil. Yeah, guys, I'm a Jamaican. Of course, I'm going to reuse my oil because this oil been used one time. And the reason why I have this oil, my son fried plantain and stuff, and my son used so much oil. And I was like, why did you use so much oil? Were you frying chicken? So, of course, I used my strainer and I strained it in the jar, and I'm just going to use this to do my cooking today. So that's what I used. I used some of this for the curry goat, and now I'm using the rest of it for the fish. And don't ask me why my son thought he needed to use all of that oil. I don't know. You know, young people. I'm just checking my rice. The water level is almost down. So it's nearly time to put my things. I'm just going to eat up my oil a little bit, and then I will get my fish in. I've got my fish ready. So I just want my oil to just heat up a little bit more so I can put my fish in. So that's what I'm doing. Thank you for the love hearts. I can see them going up. Thank you. Also, while the food is cooking, you take your broom and you sweep your floor. I've got some rice grain on my floor. I've got some pieces of scallion that fell to the floor. So you sweep your floor as well in the meantime. So you don't want to cook in a dirty kitchen. I give my floor a bit of a sweep just to get up those little rice grains that fell to the floor and any little pieces of scrap or anything that fell on the floor. So that's what I'm doing. So we're cleaning up the floor. And the meat is pressuring away. Okay. And then as well, when my fish is frying, I'm going to move over to my sink and I'm going to start washing up. I'm just prepping everything as I go along. So I just wash my hands and dry them. So now I'm just checking to see if the oil is hot enough. Also, I'm checking on my rice. Let me show you. So that's my rice there. So it's dry down enough. So now I can put the foil over the pot. Remember what I said, the foil is not going to be touching the rice. Because you know you have the people like, oh, don't put foil. The foil is not going to be touching the rice. The foil is going to be up here. And it's just going to help to create steam. So the rice can cook evenly and quickly. I'm doing a quick cooking today. Rice is looking good. Thank you to Charles. So that's my rice right there. I'm going to cover it and make it steam down. So let's come back over here. Let's come back over here. So bear with me. And if you don't want to use that, you can also use baking paper. You can use baking paper, aka parchment paper, or you can use a plastic bag. Just wash it out and cover it. So you've got a choice. So just put the foil over. That's me. And then turn your stove down. Turn your stove down as low as you can. So now your rice is just gonna steam the rest of the way. So you just turn your stove down very, very low and just leave it there to steam for a few minutes. So I'm just turning down my stove as low as I possibly can. So my oil is now nice and hot. I am now going to fry my fish. So I'm just over by the sink area. I'm washing out the Ziploc bag that I use for my fish and the meat. Thank you, Krishna. I'm just washing them out with some soap and some bleach water before I put them in the bin. If you don't do that and you just put them in your bin, it will create flies. Yeah, there will be flies. So before you do that, just wash them out with some soap, some washing up liquid, and some washing up liquid and some bleach. A little bit of bleach. Yeah? So that's my fish. So whilst you're looking at the fish, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wash up the stuff in the sink. I'm just packing stuff away. Packing all the stuff away that was in the dish drainer prior. And I'm just doing some fast washing up. Quick and fast washing up. Washing up whilst my fish is fried. Thank you, Vital. Thank you, Krishna. So that's what we're doing now. We're washing up. So by the time I'm done cooking, there shouldn't be any. By the time I'm done cooking, there shouldn't be any dirty dishes in the sink. The sink should be nice and clean. Okay, I'll finish soaping all the stuff in the sink. Let me turn my fish over. So let's turn the fish over. So I want my fish to be fried nice and dry. Yeah, and then I'm going to cook it down. Okay, so whilst that is frying, let me go and rinse my dishes. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Okay, you too. You too, my darling. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you coming. You enjoy the rest of your day as well. Thank you. Bye-bye. So that is what I'm doing now. this, I'm just putting stuff away. And then next I'm gonna make my veggie. Okay, I'm going to take off my fish. Take out my fish pieces. Nice, nice, nice. That's my fish done. And I was just doing one fish like I said, and that was for me. So now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of this oil. Not even some. I'm going to get rid of all of this oil. So we're getting rid of the oil. Let's turn down the stove. Actually, let's turn off the stove. We don't need the stove to be on right now. So let's turn that off. I'm going to add a little bit of water to that. Let's add a little bit more. Let's turn it back on. And just turn it down. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put some tomato. I want some tomato pieces. I'm just going to rough chop those. And I'm using one nice big tomato that I'm going to be using. And the only thing you're going to see me cut up to put into this is this tomato. Thank you, Krishna. I'm not going to put any onion or any other seasoning. I'm just going to put some of my green seasoning. And the reason for that, is that my green seasoning has got everything in it already. Everything is inside of it. So let me grab my green seasoning. Let's grab me some green seasoning. So just tomato. And then we're gonna put a generous amount of green seasoning in here. And we're just making a sauce for my fish, and like I said, I want tomato in it, so I'm adding some tomato, but just some green seasoning and that. And then I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and add in some aromatic. So I'll put some parsley, dried parsley. I'm gonna add some basil. I'm also gonna add some oregano and a little bit of chili flakes. Okay. Where's the black pepper? Where did I put the black pepper? And then we'll go ahead and add some black pepper. And then some black pepper, just a little, just for taste. A little bit of onion powder. And a little bit of garlic powder. That's it. Then you're going to give that a nice mix. I'm going to go and get some ketchup. I'm going to get me some ketchup. I'm just going to come in with some ketchup. Let me grab a wooden spoon. Hey, tall man. Hey, bro. So I've got that. So yeah, I've got my tomato, I've got my green seasoning, and like I said, my green seasoning has got everything in it. Onions, garlic, thyme, scallion, scotch bonnet pepper, anything green is inside of this. So hence why I don't have a lot of seasoning in here. So I just wanted some tomatoes in it. So that's what I'm putting in. So let's let that come up to the boil. And then give it a taste and see what it's tasting like. I'm going to go ahead and add a few sprigs of thyme. Just a few sprigs, nothing over the top. Just to give it some flavor and some taste. My princess, how are you? I'm good, tall man. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm here. I'm just cooking some curry goat, some rice and peas, and I did a fish. And I'm doing a fish, just one fish, and this is for me because I don't eat curry goat. I don't eat meat, goat meat or any of those type of other meats. So let's give that a taste test in the palm of your hand. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yep, nice flavors. So we're going to go ahead and put our fish back in. Where's our fish? Where did we put our fish? Salmon, I want the fish. I want the fish gone. Oh, so the fish, yeah. I find the fish. The fish was hiding me, but I find it. So that's my fish. Let's put my fish back in to my sauce. That's the fish. I'm gonna cook that down nicely. Look at that, looking great. You make that steam down for a little bit. Let's reduce our flame. And then we're gonna check up on our rice. Let's check up on our rice together. Let's check up on our rice. Let me plug out the charge so we can check up on the rice. Let's check up on the rice. Let's check up on the rice together. So let's look at the rice. How it looking? How it looking? Let me grab a fork. Let's grab a fork and see what the rice looking at. Ooh wee! Look at that, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. So we let that dry out a little bit more. And then that is ready. Ready, ready, ready. So the rice is practically ready. You see how it looking nice? Looking nice, and I'm sure it tastes nice too. Looking nice, beautiful. Rice and peas looking nice, tasting nice. Nice. So that's the rice and peas. So I'm just going to cover that back. I'm not going to put the foil back. I'm just going to put the lid. And I'm going to leave that. That is practically done. And let's come back over here to the fish. Let's see what's going on with the fish. So the rice is done. Let's turn off the rice stove. And let's check up on the fish. So the fish is practically done. That's my fish done. So I'm going to take out my fish. I'm going to take out my fish from this pan. Let's turn off the stove. So we turn off the stove. So that's the fish done. So the fish is practically done. Yeah? Fish is done. Look at it. Beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to transfer that. We're going to transfer that to our container. Yeah. So let's transfer that. So that's our fish done. So we're just taking out all of that sauce because I'm going to be washing out the pot. My curry goat has finished pressuring, so now I'm going to transfer it back and finish cooking it on the stove. I'm going to season my pot. So I'm going to get out all of this sauce. So I've got out all of the sauce. Now I'm just going to rinse this out. I'm going to wash this out. So let's wash this out. And then we're coming right back. We're just washing this out. Okay, so that's been washed out. Let's give it a dry. Thank you, Krishna. Let's dry out all the water. Yeah, so the only thing that's left for us to do is the curry goat. Everything is done. My fish is done. Everything is done. Practically. Yes? Let's zoom that in a little bit. Not too much. Yeah, that's it. So now we're going to grab our goat. First, we have to open it and let out the steam. And then we're going to grab our goat and finish cooking it on the stove. So let's turn on the stove. I cover up my fish. Also, I'm cleaning as I go along. Okay, my pressure cooker is at the opening point. There we go. Now it can open. I'm coming with my goat to transfer it to that pot. There it is, there it is. Just wash all of this goodness out. Make sure we get out all of this goodness that's into this pot. Put all of that goodness in. So now we're going to be seasoning this pot. So we've got a pepper, Scotch bonnet pepper. We have some thyme. Put the thyme in. I'm also going to put in some carrot. I'm going to season it, so I'm going to put some seasoning in. Go ahead and add in some seasoning. Nice blends of Jamaican seasoning here. Like a oxtail seasoning, meat seasoning, all-purpose seasoning, you know. Add all of that in. I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 spoonfuls of green seasoning. Thank you, Krishna. So we're just adding in our seasoning. Go ahead and add in a little bit more curry powder. A little bit more turmeric. A little bit of the Scotchy seasoning. And a little bit of the ram it up. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put in a little bit of pimento. So pimento, old pimento, or allspice. Some people call it allspice, but in Jamaica I know it as pimento. So add in some of that. I'm also going to add in carrot and potato. So let's get my carrot ready. And get my my peeler. I'm just gonna peel my carrot. Bless me. Miss Slim Daily. Hey, Miss Slim Daily. Thank you. Thank you for that. Laughing disco. Thank you for that laughing disco, Miss Slim Daily. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, sis. How you doing? How are you doing today, my darling? How you doing, as they would say in Jamaica? How you doing today? How you doing today? How are you doing, my lovely? So I'm just peeling my carrots. Okay, so I'm just cooking rodeo style today. Happy Sunday, I'm fine. Oh, that's good. So today I'm just doing some rodeo cooking. If you know, you know. Some quick and fast cooking. So I've got my carrots here. I'm not using a cutting board. I don't have time. I'm just cooking. Some rodeo cooking today. Alright? No cutting board. And don't at me. Some quick and fast cooking today. So I started the curry goat on the stove by burning the curry. And then I transferred it to my pressure cooker. So it would be nice and soft. And now I'm finishing it off on the stove. So I seasoned it just now. I'm adding in my carrot. I'm going to add in my potato pieces. And all of that. Yeah? So while that's bubbling away, I'm going to go ahead and peel my potato. Got my potato here. I'm going to peel my potato. Quick and fast cooking today, yes. The rice and peas is done cooking already. Let me show you the rice and peas. Rice and peas is done. And then, let me show you my fish, bear with me. And then I cook one fish as well for myself. And that's my fish. My fish is done. So that's one fish just for me. All for me. And that is done. So now I'm just working on my goat. Cooking down my goaty. Yeah. So that's it. And meantime, I'm putting stuff away. Nice. Thank you. So let me put stuff away. I'm gonna add a little bit of dry thyme to this as well. I've already added fresh thyme, but I'm also adding some dry thyme. And I'm gonna add a little bit of black pepper as well, as soon as I locate the black pepper. I don't know where I put it. Oh, there it is. It was hiding. So let's add a little bit of black pepper. And then, I don't normally add salt when I'm cooking, but we're going to add a little bit of salt for taste. Just a little bit. Hey, Mevrish. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Mevrish. Welcome. Salam alaikum. Welcome. Yeah. And you just want to make that cook down. In the meantime, I'm peeling my potato. Okay, I've got my potato. I'm just setting my potato aside. I'm not going to put my potato just yet. Actually, yes, the meat is nice and tender. Yes, the fork is going through. So I'm going to cut my potato and add my potato in. I'm just cutting my potato slices, not too big but not too small. Nice size, just average size. And then put those in. Let's give that a stir. Mix, 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 stir, stir, stir. And that's pretty much it. I'm just going to make that simmer down, cook down nicely. Yeah. Let's put these stuff away in the fridge. I've got some stuff to put away in the fridge. So let me do that. Let me put these stuff away in the fridge. I will be back. Okay, stuff away. Can you hear the music over the thing that I was saying we should have done, but then I changed my mind. Yeah, it's nearly, yeah. Rice is done. I'm gonna... You gonna have one? Hell no. Are you mad? Hell no. I would fight her. You mad? Sorry guys, I was just talking to my son. I was just talking to my son. Why are you going in the fridge? Oh. Yeah, I had one. Let's cover this with the lid so it can cook down. Let's put these stuff over the sink. Let's put these stuff away. getting everything out of the way. And let's just give the cupboard a little bit of a wipey wipe. And then we're just gonna prep these ones quickly. We're using the board. Quick and fast. And we're just gonna cut this up and we're just gonna steam him down real quick. And we're not steaming this on the stove. I'm doing it in the same pot that I did the curry in. It's also a steamer, but it does it quicker than if you would do it on the stove. So that's what we're doing. Just quick and fast. So we're just doing that quick and fast. That's it, quick and fast. We're gonna give these a rinse under the top. We're gonna rinse these off. So quick and fast. Now we've got a tomato and we've got that. Thank you, Miss Slim Daily. Thank you for the gold coin, Miss Slim Daily. Thank you. Thank you for the gold coin. Oh, wow. Thank you. Okay, let's take a look at our goat. Our goat is simmering down nicely. Our potato is cooking. Yeah, looking good. Okay, let's finish prepping these. So we're gonna peel our carrots. And all we're putting in our cabbage is just the carrot, the tomato, and some seasoning. and then we're going to steam it. Will take probably about 5 minutes to steam. It's not going to take very long. So that's what we're doing. And while we're doing that, we're putting stuff in the bin at the same time. So let me go wash my tomato and my carrot. So that's my tomato and my carrot. And now we're just gonna rough chop those. That's my carrot right there. That's done. Now let's do the tomato. We're just gonna rough chop our tomato, nothing special. I'm not gonna put any spice into the cabbage since as the meat has already got spice in it already, so we're not gonna add any spice. So that's that right there. We're also gonna add a cucumber as well. So we've got our cucumber here. And we're just gonna slice it up. Like I said, we're not doing any raw veg today. Everything is being steamed. We've got our cabbage here that we've rinsed off. We'll leave that right there next to the seasoning. Let's have a look at our goat. goat is going on nice. And now I'm just washing out my pot. Do my cabbage. Okay, so now my pot is clean, ready to steam my cabbage. Let's put it in. And all of this is being done in the pressure pot, guys. So the same one I did to do the curry in is the same one I'm using to do my cabbage in. So it's a pressure, it's a steamer, it's a slow cook. It does all of these things. So it's a multitasker, basically. Yeah. So that's that. That's how that is looking. Like that. I'm gonna put, let me move the cutting board. So for this, I'm gonna put some thyme. So let's grab a handful of thyme and I'm gonna rinse them off. So we have some thyme there. We're adding some thyme. We're also gonna add some butter. Let's grab a spoon and add some butter. And that's that. And then to that we're gonna add some green seasoning. So we'll add 1 spoonful of green seasoning. And then to this we're gonna add some garlic powder and some onion powder. Some onion powder. And some onion powder. That's it. A little bit of black pepper. Yeah. And a little bit of parsley. That's it. And then we're just gonna give that a quick little mix so that all the cabbage would be nicely coated in those lovely spices and aromatics. Whilst it's steaming as well, we will give it another mix. When it's steamed down a little bit, we're going to add a little bit of water to this, and then we're going to put it to steam. So that's that. And then once everything is doing, we're just tidying up. Like I said, you tidy as you go along. Thank you for the thumbs up. And also, I'm going to be putting everything away. All right, let's look at our goat. I'm sure the goat is done now. Look at that. Nice. Yeah, this is done. Look at that, guys. Look at that. You can see the color. That's just looking nice, and it's also smelling nice. Wonderful. That is smelling wonderful. So we need to take a picture. Let's grab my other phone so we can take a picture. Where's the camera? There it is. Let's get a picture for the thumbnail. Let's take a picture of the rice and peas as well, so I can make a thumbnail later on. So that is done. So the goat is done. Look at how beautiful it's looking. Beautiful. Yum, yum, yum. And that's my curry goat. My Jamaican curry goat. Yes, I'm in England, but I'm a Jamaican. Look how rich that is looking. So rich. Look at that. So rich. Nice. And that's done. We're going to cover that up and we're going to turn off the stove. So we've turned off the stove on that one. Now we're going to put our cabbage to steam. Now we're putting our cabbage to steam. Where is steam? Steam is right there. And that's just going to steam for 10 minutes and then that's done. So whilst that is steaming away, let me put the stuff back in the fridge and tidy up. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna move this one to the back. Let's put it on the other side. Let's put it on this side. So we're gonna do some planting. Let's turn on the stove. Again, I'm a Jamaican. Of course, I'm going to reuse my oil. So I've still got some oil here. So I'm going to reuse it. I'm going to let that come to the heat. gonna go ahead while that is eating. I've got my plantain here. I'm gonna peel my plantain and cut it up. Okay, so I've done cut up my plantain. I'm just waiting for the oil to get nice and hot, and then I'm gonna be frying them off. And then in the meantime, I'm tidying up. Okay, let's test the oil. Yep, my oil is hot. Okay, just wiping off the cupboards. And make sure everywhere is nice and clean by the time I'm done. And then once I finish wiping off the cupboards, I'm going to give the floor a sweep. Just lifting up the tripod so I can wipe. Wipe, wipe, wipe. And then once I'm done, I'm going to wipe off my stove and then share. With my floor is nice and clean. Okay. Wash my hands. I can come and turn my plants in. Okay, let's turn them over. cabbage is steaming away. Okay, let's take out these bad boys and put some more in. We're just going to put in everything else that's left. Just grind those last pieces and then we'll be done. I'm going to go and wash out the little stuff that's in the sink. Just tidying up as we go along. Alright, let me turn those over. Be quick and fast. These are done. And just like that, your girl is done cooking. It's sharing time. Can you believe it? Just like that, I is done cooking. This is probably one of my fastest cooking that I've done in a while. Just like that, plantain is done. Let's turn off our stove. gonna grab this so I can rest my pots on it. So I can clean off my stove. Okay, so you're just gonna wipe the stove off and then we're done. We've already swept our floor. We've already washed up all the plates that we've used. And now we're just tidying up so that we can eat. And yes, the stove is still hot, but I like to just clean at the same time. If I don't do that, I can't clean it after. I'm going to be lazy. I don't know about anyone else, but for me, I have to clean as I go along, because when I'm done and I'm sitting down eating, who's got time to eat and then come and clean? Not me. I don't have time to eat and then come and clean kitchen. So I like to clean my kitchen just after I'm done cooking and tidy as well while I'm going along. And then that way my kitchen is nice and clean. So when I finish eating, all I have to do is wash my one plate that I eat out of. Yeah? That's it. That side is done. Let's do the other side. I'm gonna have to sweep the floor again because I'm brushing stuff off the stove onto the floor. So gonna have to sweep the floor again, but that's not a big deal. That is not a big deal. That's it. My stove is nice and clean. See that? And then that's the curry goat. Bam. Plantain. Bam. Steamed veggies over there. So that's also done. Rice and peas. Got our rice and peas here. And then also I've got my fish. Bam. Kitchen is nice and clean. Ready for food to be served up. So now I'm gonna position my plates. Ready to serve up my food. I'm just gonna rinse off the soap off of these bad boys. just tidying up before I start sharing out. And then I'm going to start sharing out. So everywhere is nice and clean. Okay. Everywhere is clean. Clean, clean, clean. Okay, time to start sharing out. And then we can end the live. First, let's do the rice. Let's grab let's do the rice. So we've got our rice here. Let me drop my tripod down a little so you can see a bit closer. Sharing more than one food. Then I've got this one. Let's get some goat in there. And potato. Let's get some gravy. Grab some plantain. That's it for the plantain. And now we're gonna get some veggies. Let's move that rice up a little bit so we can put some veggies right here. Another piece of carrot, another piece of potato, and now we're gonna get some veggies. I'm gonna take my plate. I'll come back. And just like that, that's it. All done. Hi. Hey, Maverish. That's it. All done. So plantain, rice and peas, steamed veggies, and some curry goat. And that is done. So that's it for this live. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Until next time, see you around. And if it's the first time you're coming across my channel, my name is Good Vibes K. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Bye bye. Bye, Maverick. Let me see if I can give a shout out. So you have Miss Slim Daily, my top fan. Then you've got Krishna, my second top fan. Then you've got Toolman, my third, Nate Chovy, Blessed Girl Cherise, The Charles, Maverick, DML, Who Grow, Love Our Toy, and Praying Moms. And all the other people that watch from in the bush, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Until next time. Bye.